Hello everybody, my name is Khaled Siddiqui, and in this video I'm going to teach you how to install a M.2 hard drive, or I should say SSD hard drive in your computer. Okay, so most computers have a slot on the motherboard for this, but usually those slots have been occupied by the existing SSD drive in there. Now M.2 is a small SSD that's basically, it looks just like a memory card, and it's the fastest SSD interface to date. Now there might be, this was recorded in December 2021. There could be ongoing research, and a newer one has probably been released that's much faster, but to date this is the fastest that you can get for in the consumer level. Now of course you could get these in a professional level at much higher speeds. This unit supports up to 3500 megabits, which is 3.5 gigabit per second, providing that it's connected in the right slot. You cannot have this with a SATA adapter, because SATA limitation is 600 megabits per second, and so yeah, it has to be in the right slot. Most newer motherboards, not the older ones, the motherboards that were manufactured within a year or so from today's date, they already have a slot for this. If not, then you can get an adapter. This is the adapter. Let me shed some light about this adapter and show you how this adapter is and how it works and all that. So let's see the adapter. This is the adapter, and this unit came with an MSI motherboard, but you can buy these adapters separately. This adapter can house up to two M.2 SSD hard drives. There you go. As I mentioned earlier, 3500 megabits per second is the speed on this. So how do you install this to this, and how do you install this inside a computer? Let's find out. The first thing in order to do to install this to the adapter or expansion card, you have to open these 4 screws. Now this is a static safe work environment. You can't touch these equipment without static safe work environment and without having the static band in your hand. It doesn't necessarily have to be in your hands. It could be on your foot or anywhere else in your body, but it has to be you have to be grounded in order to work with these static sensitive equipment. Okay, first we open these 4 screws to detach the unit from its heatsink. Okay, let's open this. Okay, so we have 4 screws that we need to open. Make sure you don't lose these screws, because they're very specific screws. Not all screws will match this specific slot. Okay. Now as you can see, the board is separated from the heatsink, and the heatsink has these heat heat transfer pads, which will keep your SSD hard drives cool. But you have to remove these after you install your SSD hard drive. Now this can take up to 2 SSD hard drives. I only have 1, so I don't need to take both of these, peel off both of them. Okay, let's open this. To take this out, you could use a knife. Again, make sure you are fully grounded. Statically safe padding underneath and in the whole enchilada. Otherwise you cannot touch this. Okay, so this will fit in this hole. See, there are 3 different sizes, 4 different sizes, 1, 2, 3, 4. So now what I need to do is I need to move this screw closer in order for this to meet that. Let's get this. Okay, so now I move this closer. Now that I move this closer, this will be a perfect fit right there. Now I have to put this one back. This way you don't have to worry about losing the screws. So there you go. Now only from this one I'm gonna peel the heatsink compound or heat transfer pads seal. This is the cooling fan. So the cooling fan needs to stay plugged in order for this to be cooled off. Okay, now there you go. Make sure these 4 screws match. And when the 4 screws match, at the same time, we want to make sure that the padding touches the hard drive right there. It does. Oh my god. All this time I had those writings on the screen and nobody said anything. Sorry about that. All the menu things on the camera. With all these cameras all around me, sometimes, you know, it's kind of hard to tell which is which. So I'm not supposed to have those menus on screen display is what I'm saying. Okay, so now we are going to put these screws. 4 screws. Okay, so all 4 screws are in and the unit is installed, and now this needs to be plugged into the motherboard, which is the next phase. Okay, so this is the computer case that needs to be opened. You need to open these 2 thumb screws. Slide that out, and here is where we install this expansion slot. In order to install, we have to remove one of these brackets to make room for that. This is the one that was in there already, the M2. Now this is a very nice video card, RTX 5000. Okay, let's see. Now you need to make sure to understand which PCIe slot you're using, because that's the one you need to enable from the BIOS. Which some slot may be disabled, some enabled, and you need to know where you're installing this, because that's the one that you need to make sure is enabled. Alright, let's get this puppy installed. You just put it in place and push it, but you see this right here, you push this out, and then when this goes in, it will go in and lock this from here, right here. Let me see if I can get a better angle from the left angle to see how this goes in. As you can see, this automatically locked itself in place. And now I'm going to put that screw back in place. Okay, the screw is back in place, And now we have to connect the power. This power is important. This right here goes to one of the power supply outputs. Okay, so the side that has 8 pins goes to the power supply, and the side that has 6 pins goes to this card. So I'm plugging in the side that goes to the power supply first. Okay, I got it. It's in place nice and neatly. Now some motherboards, some computers have these cables sticking out from it already. You don't need to plug it in. Just so you know. Okay. You see the little hook right here? This goes on this side. And again, you need to have your cables away so there is sufficient airflow. Too much cables here is not good for the airflow, and the computer tends to overheat. Okay, we're putting back the cover. Make sure it's all flush. And we go plug it in and see what happens. Okay, so now it's time for us to do the formatting and partitioning of the drive that we bought. The drive that we installed in this computer is not detected yet. It has to be partitioned and all the good stuff. Okay, as we go to search, this is in Windows 11, but this is about the same in Windows 10 and 8 and all that. You need to type disk management. Disk management. It will say you must initialize a disk before logical disk manager can access it. So master boot record, or you want what type of a partition you want. The GPT partition style is not recognized by all previous versions of Windows. So if you do master boot record, this will be recognized with all the previous versions. Now I'm not planning to have this being recognized by previous versions, so I'll go ahead and accept it. Now my disk has been recognized. Hold on a second, let me make this bigger. But it is unallocated. Unallocated means there are no partitions on it. It is a 2 terabyte, but you can't read and write because it's not partitioned. How do I partition this? I right click, new simple drive, click next. The full capacity, you could reduce the capacity if you want to make multiple partitions, but I want full capacity and assign it a letter, drive E, and NTFS. You could have FAT32, you could have NTFS, all kinds of different formats, but this is recommended, external FAT and what have you. And finish. It's formatting and the drive is ready. Now I have drive E with 2 terabyte capacity that's available. Let's close this and see if it shows up. And there is my drive E, the one that I just installed, and it shows up. So now I have 3 2 terabyte SSD hard drives in this computer. Well, okay, I hope you learned a thing or two from this, and if you did, please make sure to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.